What's going on, everybody? Welcome back to the channel. It's your boy BT, and in today's video we're going to show you what I did to prepare for the OS 2.2 update. Now, when I originally recorded the first portion of this video, this is while the Fisker case was still in court under the whole bankruptcy ordeal, so I was waiting to hopefully receive the update. As of present time, the case is closed, everything is done, and now the FOA, or Fisker's owner association, has taken over kind of coordinating with the OTA team of getting these updates out to the owners. So just beware, the first portion of this video was recorded before the owners association took over. So let's get into it. Today we're going to be covering two things in this video. The first thing we're going to cover is how to open up the hood on the Fisker Ocean. And the second thing we're going to cover is, with the ongoing Fisker bankruptcy case and all of that, there is an update being pushed out. Word on the street is that it could cost up to $600 to get this update after everything shuts down. So what we want to do is make sure we prepare this vehicle right here to make sure that it is in the best position whatsoever to get that update. So we're going to cover that in this video. So let's get started. All right, so the first thing I have here is this little kit that I put together. This is what is supposed to be a waterproof case. It's got 4 latches to hold everything in place here. And then you open it up, and inside we have our emergency kit. So we have a handle. We've got a pry tool. We've got some spare screws. An emergency battery, very important. A 13 millimeter to take those bolts out that is holding the hood down, and just an extra spare screwdriver just in case it's needed. This is a nifty little tool right here. You've got a Phillips and a flathead on both sides, and you can put it in and adjust it to whatever height you need. So that's a neat little tool. Now, if anyone is interested in purchasing one of these kits, I will have a link below in the description, so reach out if you do want to order one of these kits. All right, so in this box here, I have what is supposed to be the unit that I will be using to keep the battery, the 12-volt battery, in check during the update. So this particular tool here is used by auto professionals because it supplies a maximum of 100 amps to whatever you got going on there. You can see some of the settings here on the side. We'll be using a fixed output for this, but you can see here how nifty this is. You set your settings here, you turn it on, and that's it. We'll hook up our outputs from here. Got a plug here, and it's that simple. So we're going to be using this unit here to keep a constant amount of feed into that battery. So you can see here, this one here we have is the 100 amp unit, and here is some of the information here within the manual. Okay, so here are the cables that come with it. So I will leave a link in the description for this unit. It is a Power Max converter, and the unit looks nifty. I like it. It's compact, it's not too large, and it's going to do exactly what we need it to do to hopefully set ourselves up with this Fisker Ocean to get that update running nice and smooth without depleting the battery. So let's go ahead, get this thing set up and ready for use. All right, so we got a Phillips here. All we're going to do is loosen up these right here. Should be very straightforward install. Okay, then we're going to take our leads here. Black is on the negative side. Just going to straighten these out a little bit. I don't know if we'll have to peel a little bit more off to really get them in there, but we'll see how it holds up. So black we're going to put on the left and the yellow on the right. all I'm going to do is just insert that there and then clamp it down. Alright, those are nice and snug. So those are ready to go for this unit here. Alright, so next thing we're going to do is make sure our settings are good here. So we want to do a fixed output for this one. I'm going to go ahead and flip this over here. So we are on the fixed output. And then this one you can use a little knob to turn it. So you can go between 13 and 16 volts. Alright, so I've got my meter here. Just going to go ahead and clamp onto each of these, and then we'll be able to actually take a reading from a volt perspective and adjust if we need to. And I guess this comes in really handy because I can just go ahead and adjust my voltage there. So we're going to go ahead and turn this on. So we can see here 14.7. And the cool thing on that little screen there, you've got your 14.7. So we've got a nice accurate read there. So things are looking good there with the unit. Alright, so now we're going to transition into opening up the hood on the Fisker Ocean. Alright, so first thing we're going to do is we're going to take our little pry tool here. And all we're going to do is just kind of wedge it in here. And you're just going to get it so that you can get it to start to release those clips. So you just kind of put it in and just give it a little pry while using your hand at the same time to kind of pull on it. As soon as you get it released, enough of it open up there. See there, we have enough here to get the hand in there. You just kind of pull on that until the clips come out. There you have it. You can see all the clips here. That's what's holding it in place. So now with that out of the way, we take this nifty little duo here, insert this in here. And now you can see right here is where we are going to go ahead and grab that bolt out of there. And it's also important to make sure this is magnetic, because you don't want that to drop, which is why the kit has 2 spare bolts in there, just in case you need them. So you can see how that comes out. It's retained on here, it's magnetic, so you don't lose that. Then we'll just go ahead to the opposite side and do the same. Okay, there we have it. So now that these are both out, we can go ahead and lift the hood. Alright, so to lift the hood, we just grab here and we lift. And once you get it out open, up to a certain spot, this little latch here is going to flip into place. And what that does is locks everything in place. You see I'm pushing on this right here. That actually releases it to close it. When you open it, it snaps in and holds it down in place. Alright, so here we are on the inside. You can see here, that is the negative terminal. This is your positive terminal. We just flip this up here. And then we're able to access this there. This cover does come off. Like so. So that's what's underneath here. But we will put this cover back on here. So we're just going to hook up our positive here, hook up our negative there, and keep that battery at a good steady state and hope that we can get that 2.2 update. Alright, so I'm just going to take my unit here. I'm going to set it off to the side. Right here. We've got a nice long cable here, so that is a plus for this kit. Nice long cables. And I'm just going to go in and attach them to their appropriate spots, and then we're done. Alright, so to get a better hold, we actually did have to take that little cover off, and we're going to attach right here. And so we're just going to let that sit And the cool thing here is on the unit, it's actually giving me a current read of the battery. So we're going to go ahead, flip that on, and you can see we've hopped up to 14.7. So at this point, we've done everything possible from our perspective to be ready for the 2.2 update. The battery's fully charged. The high voltage battery is fully charged, and everything is in place. So as you can see in this video, we covered how to get the hood open. In a future video, we can also discuss how to connect a nice little plug-in so that you can monitor your battery / charge it with an external tender like this one here. This also will serve the same purpose too, as you see the 3-stage charging switch on the side, but you could use something like this and just plug it right in and make sure your battery is good to go. So that is all for this video. Again, this safety kit right here, very important to have something like this accessible. The key is to be accessible. So in another video, we can also cover where you would store something like this so you do have access to it. And that's why I wanted to get a weatherproof box to take care of that. But as you can see, we've successfully hooked everything up with the PowerMax unit. And now all we can do is wait. Hopefully the update will come through with no issues whatsoever. All right, so here we can see we are at 99% charge. So we are good there from that perspective. I'm just going to let this thing sit until that update hits. So we're at 99% right there. We are also connected to Wi-Fi. And right there, you can see we've got 2 solid bars of connectivity there. So 99%, high voltage battery, Wi-Fi. We've done everything that we can to put this thing in place. So hopefully this will help us get our 2.2 update locked and loaded. All right, so at this point with the FOA at the steering wheel, what the OTA team is doing is actually checking the status of your 12-volt battery before you are put on a list of potential owners that could potentially get that 2.2 OS rolled out to you. So I was informed that my vehicle had good status of the 12-volt battery, and so now we're going to get into the setup again that I put in place in order to receive my 2.2 updates with no issues. We are here and we are set up to receive our 2.2 update. We've got the PowerMax here ready to rock and roll, pushing out that steady voltage there. We are hooked up, ready to rock and roll. So before you get your 2.2 update, don't forget to make sure you lock the doors. But this is the setup that we're going with here to make sure that we lose no voltage in this process. So we will report back how the update went with this setup. All right, just came in to check on this thing. You can see here lights are on. That means it is doing its thing as we speak. See what we can see in here. So yeah. The update, whatever's running is running. Everything is looking good. The setup here should be rocking and rolling as expected. We're pushing out a solid 14.7 volts. And it looks like the update is going to be a success. All right, so here we are, ladies and gentlemen. The update is complete. The update is complete, supposedly. Oh, there's the new sound. Let's hear that again. Let's hear that again. All right, so we're in. There it is. We're gonna go ahead and boot up here. All right, so here we are, setting up.
Hi, I'm Henrik Fisker.
Gotta love it. All right, accept, continue. We're gonna skip that, finish. All right, so now we're gonna go ahead and see where we are with the OS version there. So there we are, version 2.2.
And we know this here is a bug, even though it says 1 point whatever. That is a bug right there, so we know we are on 2.2. And if you look at the ICC number, it looks like we received the full update. Now, I will say, when I started this process, I started with 100% charge. I was at 360 miles. Now that the update's done, I'm at 100% and 328 miles. So this is definitely feedback that will be provided to the FOA so that we can figure out why we are seeing a reduction in mileage after the update. All right, so that's it for this video. I hope you see here that this Power Max was able to come through solid for us, supplying the consistent voltage, amps, everything that we need in order to get this update successful. It's your boy BT. Thank you for checking out this video, and I'll catch you guys on the next one.